drum thumping, boots on the ground. We the ones still standing when the world spins round. Better had the blueprint, who's kept it tight? Sanders, Saban, Stallings all ready to fight. Perkins, Schuler, DuBose, DeBoer on the line. If you're leading this tide, then your back is mine. Bandwagon riders better clear that track. This train runs hot and it ain't looking back. Whoa. Tradition in the blood, victory in the veins. We rise from the bottom like we forged through flames. When we look down, don't get it confused. We're plotting comeback while your team hits snooze. Haters talk loud, but they never stay long. We built this house brick by brick, strong. Stick and stay when the storm rolls wide, 'cause legends are made when you but the tide don't care about nothing but the tide. Stand tall, roll deep, let the crimson ride. True fans roar when the pressure gets applied. We ain't falling off, we rise and ride. Don't care about nothing but the tide, where legends are made and the faithful abide. If you ain't all in, step off to the side, 'cause we don't care about nothing but the tide.
Welcome to the Tight Sports Megacast. Welcome back. Roll Tide to everybody. Come on in. All right, man. This story has me shaking my head because, let me walk y'all through what actually went down here because it's a mess. This is kind of a wrap up about this Brendan Sorsby, man. The quarterback who transferred to Texas Tech after a couple of seasons at Cincinnati, and he plays best on his own team years ago as a freshman in Indiana, and the NCAA ruled him ineligible for the final season. So what did he do? He sued the NCAA himself on his own dime. Guess he did well with those bets, and a Texas judge actually granted him a temporary injunction that restored his eligibility. So the kid won. He won in court, and then Texas Tech turned around and told him that he was not going to play in the fall anyway. So let that sink in, try it. The Big 12 Conference launched its own legal action against the ruling. State politicians got involved. The Texas Tech billionaire booster and board chairman Cody Campbell, the big man on campus, the perpetual, eternal, infinite big man on campus with the money he got. He ended up telling Sorsby the school was parting ways with him, citing this legal fallout. He didn't want to have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a tight deadline for Brendan because he could register for the NFL supplemental draft. Don't ask me how that works. I don't know who's come out of the supplemental draft successfully. Whatever. I'm sure people have. Many probably have not. So Sorsby dropped his own lawsuit, which makes him ineligible again on paper, but clears him to trial for the NFL supplemental draft. So a kid wins a court case and still does not get to play his last season in college. That is the state of college sports right now, and it is indeed laughable. And it's dumb. It's just plain dumb. Now, here's where I give credit where credit is due. Campbell has actually been publicly sympathetic to Sorsby through all of this, pointing out that the kid never bet on the game he actually played in and never hurt the integrity of a single contest. And Campbell said the school would not even try to claw back any of the NIL money. Man, they're going to let that man keep that money, man. Yeah, I hope they paid the whole thing, too. Somewhere between $4 and $5.5 million. I hope they paid the whole thing and wasted a lot of that cash that Mr. Campbell done soaked out of the ground down there in Odessa, Texas. Now, and so this was not some booster plan the morality police as he has done before. The pressure came from the Big 12 and the legal chaos, not from Texas Tech suddenly growing some kind of conscience like, oh, the right thing to do, brethren, is to come together and do what's right. No, that ain't what happened. No. Cody Campbell is out here using this whole situation to push for the College Sports Act in Congress, the Protect College Sports Act in Congress, which has passed out of committee, but it will fail eventually. It's a waste of time. Two people are grandstanding. he's saying that this situation proves that we need federal reform. Do we need we don't need a whole federal law to figure out that this man gambled on sports and he don't need to play? It's funny, I think Major League Baseball covered that for about 40 years. In actually 25 years too long with Pete Rose. We don't need another congressional act to figure that situation out. That situation had nothing to do with how inept, toothless, hypocritical the NCAA is. That was already laid in law. The Chicago Black Sox of the early 1900s proved that you don't have gambling and playing. What are you talking about? The kid won his lawsuit. He was supposed to be allowed to suit it up. You just needed your own war, your own conference, not to go to war with you guys and say, are you out your playing mind? The whole thing is a perfect example of why college sports governance is a flat out circus right now. Nobody is actually in charge. You know, the NCAA makes a ruling, a court overturns it, a kid's conference fights in court, the kid's in the middle of loses his last season, regardless of who was right. He was wrong from the beginning. He wasn't never right, but he won in court. And a lot of this could be taken care of if you had a collective bargaining agreement that had some kind of a mediator who would handle this kind of stuff. But I'm sure in a collective bargaining agreement, it would probably say you can't bet on no dang on games. Yeah, whether you play in them or not, whether you sit on the bench. But if you're a part of a team or an NIL, a scholarship, or listed as an official walk-on, you cannot bet. I don't care if you was a golfer. If you're a golfer, you can't bet on football games. They may do it, or at least be smart enough to get you a friend of a friend and make the bets. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying that I do that, but I'm just saying, you know. Now, this is just more confusion that's been led to us by the NCAA. Brendan Sorsby was wrong, but the reason they went to court against the NCAA because the NCAA is confused. They never battened down the hatches after the doggone O'Bannon decision. Was they say you just can't take folks' name and just sell their rights to somebody else. What are you, a clown? Sorsby is headed to the NFL supplemental draft. They say he's trying to become the first player selected there since 2019. I wish him well. I don't know if 27 touchdowns at Cincinnati and only 5 interceptions, throwing for less than 233 yards a game necessarily turns into an NFL try. If you do, I know a guy named Greg McElroy that ought to be super pissed off. But, I mean, it's just he got a national championship, baby, at Alabama. How long did McElroy stay tied up in the NFL? What, about 6 months before they got that job at ESPN? He doing all right, but I'm saying, dog, man, that ain't a lot. So maybe somebody give him a shot. I've been hearing that this, after he gets off this legal roller coaster, he's been blessed to be given maybe this opportunity that most 22-year-old probably couldn't handle. But I think holding on to about $1 million or $2 million of Cody Campbell's money probably made this thing go a lot easier. But I'm sick and tired of the whole thing. And leave it in the comments if you think it's okay. There's a situation where you should be able to gamble on your own team's game or inside of the sport in which you operate in as a college student or as a pro. I mean, I don't know. They said that a particular basketball player who's a GOAT, he bet off the field, his golf games, but he never not known to be betting on basketball. So you can gamble, you just can't gamble on what you do. Tiger Woods, Charles Barkley, I think Michael Jordan and someone else, they routinely meet in Las Vegas and gamble in the big high roller rooms. They're gambling about poker. They ain't sitting there betting on who's going to win the NBA championship or who's going to win the next Masters. I think it's okay to, if you got a gambling vice that you need to get your little taste every once in a while, that's fine. But not at the expense of your own sport. You can't do it. I mean, I don't know how you would do it in golf, but there's no good way to do it. Even in golf, you say, I'm going to get a birdie this time. You birdie this hole all the time. But, I give you double odds if I get an eagle. I think that'll be the slowest hole that Tiger Woods ever played in his life. It's like, Tiger's been not very intentional today. He's taking his time. I mean, yeah, he's taking his time because every doggone Eagle he gonna make $1 million. You can't do it. It's no good way around. You can't bet on yourself. You can't bet against yourself. You can't bet on your teammate. Just can't do it. Who didn't know this? It's a part of that story they left out. The Texas Attorney General thought he would go out and hire the doggone. He would get his own legal case going and get himself some shine. He wanted to sue the Big 12 for $200 million, and that's really what this thing came to a head because the Big 12 went out and hired a legal dream team and said, "Bring it, sucker. We ready." They had a dream team ready, and they was going. If they had lost $200 million, Texas Tech wasn't going to be able to play football this year. That's what really happened to Mr. Cody Campbell. Oh, we need to come together and move on and help this young man get up. No, that whole reason they backed Brendan Sorsby because I don't know how much money they gave him, but they gave him enough money not to let him go real quick. And that's the bottom line to it. But roll tide, everybody. We good. Our NIL is intact. More importantly, college sports needs some real structure, not from Congress. It needs to come from a CBA, collective bargaining agreement, where the players' voices can be respected and heard. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like and share these videos, man. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. We'll see y'all next time right here on the Tight Sports Megacast. And always remember, roll tide.
No matter I'm coming. No matter I'm coming. Yo. Check the blueprint, Tuscaloosa's the foundation. We birthed a nation, the bats caused a nationwide evacuation. The sea was the proving ground, the standard we set high. Saw Henry and Ingram touch to Heisman sky. They handed out the stiff arm, it was more like a smash. Made that whole damn curse look like absolute crap. We talk 4,000 yards, talk 40 touchdowns deep. You thought you had the angle, but you fell fast asleep. Derrick Henry stepped up, 6'3" and 247. A freight train out of hell, sent straight from football heaven. He didn't sidestep, nah, he came to stomp and pound. Defenders caught the pain as his cleats tore up the ground. Mark Ingram was the first, a compact stick of dynamite. Dallas and the birds flew by that championship line. He ran through the middle, put his shoulder in your ass. If you weren't on the ground, you were running out of gas, blowing through your chest. Trap anthem for Bama's backfield beats. Henry came stomping like hell on wheels. Heisman in his hand, breaking bones with steel. 2 KRC, he got wrecked. Too many men, still not enough to check. Blowing through your chest, no damn regrets. We run through pain, leave turf and sweat. Blowing through your chest, no time to rest. Blowing through your chest, we smash and flex. Too damn strong, too damn complex. Blowing through your chest, we stomp the best. This ain't finesse, it's a damn conquest. Ingram ran low, compact with black. Heisman first, made history last. Saving spark, pounded with pride, made the whole damn nation feel that time. Blowing through your chest.